All right, crafty people, welcome to Make It with Ashley. Today I'm going to be putting together this adorable Valentine's Day shaker card. Okay, so I already have everything pre-cut. I just wanted to show off this freaking adorable bow. And it's got this stitched pattern around the edge. So that's a thin cut that I used. Along with the shaker card, it is a thin cut for all the pieces, and then you can also get these packs that has the 3D foam tape and the acetate parts to go on it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to glue my bow together. I am using liquid glass for that because it does dry faster than some of my other adhesives. So I'm going to. So you may have noticed I used a pen. I actually keep a pen off the label, and so that way each time I can just poke it down in and make sure that it is working fine. Okay, so I do want the pattern on the outside. Well, it's pattern on both sides, but I want the plaid. So I'm going to add a little drop into the center, and I'm going to fold. I'm going to line it up. Now the reason I'm using liquid glass is because it's liquid. So I have a little bit of play in it, and I can scooch things kind of around. So I'm going to kind of hold that together still, and I'm going to start adding the other side. Okay. And I'm going to hold that together for a few seconds. Okay. All right. So now, if this was a solid colored bow, which let me show you, I have a different one I was working on nearby. So if it was a solid color bow, then you can use this wrap around the middle. However, if I try to wrap this over, it is a different print, okay? So you have to be careful. Sometimes it'll coordinate and it will look fine. So when you look at this one, I actually like it. It's kind of a coordinating accent. It matches. On some of the other ones that I was playing with, didn't look so great. Didn't match the rest of the theme of the card. So I'm going to add a little dollop of glue, and then make sure you flip your bow the correct direction when you lay it down. That way you don't have any of those ugly seams in the front. Everything is nice and hidden. And then I'm going to add just a little more glue there, and I added it to the edge. All right, and so that's so when I fold this over and around, yep, that's cute. Okay, I'm in love with these. They're so freaking adorable. Okay, I may as well finish up the bow. Okay, so what I kind of want to match that V on here. So again, whenever I cut a dovetail, I cut into the center first, and then I'm gonna go from either edge up. Okay, so same thing, dovetail through the center, and that gives me a slightly more symmetrical dovetail. Okay, all right.
Okay, so next I decided to go ahead and put the 3D shaker portion of my card together. So I pulled out that 3D foam tape in the shape of the heart and applied it to the edge of my die cut. Okay, now this gives you a nice little area that you can add your embellishments like your beads and little pieces of heart paper that you will see in a moment. I am going to put together the base of my card, and for dimensions, that red piece of paper is a 5¼ inches. It's a square, and then the black XO paper is a 5x5 square. That way you get that nice little outline with that red. Really liked that contrast and that layering look when you place it onto that white card. So I did cut out the love with my Cricut, which if you message me, I'll gladly give you the file that I used for this. I use my Tombow liquid adhesive. I like the liquid because it gives me a little bit of play. And as you can see, I'm using tweezers to place my lettering. I feel like it makes it a little bit more exact. So now that I have everything, I've checked my placement. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. I'm mainly using my Tombow tape runner for my heart, and you'll see for parts of the bow. I do want to fill my heart. It gives it all those extra little joy. So you can see I kind of played with these paper hearts that come with the heart die cut. So that alone can add a lot of color and dimension. I picked up these little hearts and I decided to fill with the white and the black as a nice accent, and it just needed a little bit more, so I'm placing some little red beads in there. I like a lot of different shapes in my shaker cards. I think it helps add that extra dimension and that little bit of pop. So you can see these are so easy to seal those pieces in, and then I can apply my top little die cut. It's got this adorable stitched border on it, so pay attention to what is the correct side up to help give your card that extra little pizzazz. So once that is in place with my liquid glue, I'm going to go ahead and put my bow on and glue down my love letters. So you'll notice I used some 3D foam tape on the edges, and then I'm going to use my tape runner through the center of the card, and that's so it's popped up at the same height all the way across. Okay, I wanted to glue love down flat since we already have so much popping out with the heart and the bow. So the next thing is that little tail on that bow. I'm going to pop out the outer edge, but leave that inner edge flat. So that way when I place it in there, you have this nice extra dimension where it's coming out, but it's tapering back down into the bow. Okay, I really felt like that added a nice little touch. Up next is going to be the final accent, which is those dots. So I had a couple different options I was playing with between white, black, or silver. I liked the way the black popped on this card. However, it was just simply too dark to do on the back, and so I ended up going with the silver dots because who doesn't love a little bit of sparkle in their life?
And I think we are done. All right, so that is my Valentine's Day shaker card. So this is going to be for my husband. Very excited for that. And then I can either stamp some cute sentiment on the inside, or I will probably write him a wonderful note. So I hope you enjoyed my Valentine's Day card. Have a great day, you guys. Again, make it with Ashley.